Internet voting is a key but very difficult application of digital government. I think of it perhaps as, in some ways, the ultimate digital government application. Ultimate in the sense that voting is so central to democracy, and also ultimate in the sense that it's one of the most difficult and maybe one of the last to be fully implemented.
Internet voting and electronic voting aren't as simple as just creating the machine and letting people use it. There are some things, such as educating the public on how to use it, that take time and effort and that cannot be underestimated. Other things of importance are related to the digital divide, the access and ability of different people to use computers. The third issue is the impact that computers have on campaigning and the internet has on campaigning. A well-run modern campaign will integrate all facets of its campaign program into the internet, including communications, fundraising, volunteer recruitment, get out the vote activities. All of these are very important.
One of the things that really is important, and I think that NSF can really help out with on the research agenda, is the voter interface with the ballot counting system. And that it seems important to me that we're sure that the machine, whatever it is, whether it's an electronic machine or whether it's a ballot, records the voter's choice accurately every single time. And right now that's been largely left with the vendors. The vendors decide whether to use filled in ovals or completing an arrow or double touching a recording electronic thing. And it seems like there probably ought to be some standardization there. Not to beat a dead horse, the butterfly ballot in Florida shows that there are ways to lay these things out badly. There must, the opposite message of that must be that there's the best way to do that too, so everybody can understand it.
Well, an error-free, totally secure voting system is not really required. What I think, though, that people don't understand is that an internet voting system is subject to attacks and fraud modes that have no analog at all in the classical or paper voting world. It's possible to create automated attacks, programmed attacks, attacks that are generated by and launched from outside of U.S. jurisdictions. And there just isn't anything that corresponds to that in the paper world. Heretofore, the vendors have been doing most of the pushing, and there hasn't been so much government pull for these standards. And I think the balance of interest has to be reversed. The government is the only consumer of systems for public elections, and it's the government's needs and the citizens' needs that are primary, not the needs of the vendors. And so I would like to see the government taking a much more active, proactive role in promulgating electronic and internet voting standards.